Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our presentation. My name is Dmitry Davidov. I'm Bitrix24 Chief Marketing Officer, and I'm joined by Alex Rabinok, the Head of Partner Marketing. And today, the two of us will be introducing new Bitrix24 to you. As you know, Bitrix24 consists of multiple parts, and virtually every part of Bitrix24 has been either significantly enhanced or received a brand new feature. And we're calling this new release Bitrix24 Synergy because new features and new tools are designed in a specific way to interact with existing parts of Bitrix24 in order to deliver you the most value. I'm sure that you will be very impressed because today we are introducing 3 brand new tools that were never part of Bitrix24 before. And in addition to this, there are 5 additional tools that have been greatly enhanced by Bitrix24 Copilot, which is our AI assistant. We've been living with Copilot for, I think, over a year now. Yeah. And almost 100,000 companies, this is a very important milestone, are using Bitrix24. And very importantly, 9 out of 10, 89% of enterprise plan users are using Bitrix24 Copilot. So the larger the company, the higher the chance that they're going to be relying on Bitrix24 Copilot. Part of the success of our Copilot is because we're using open architecture, meaning that you're welcome to use the default model that is ChatGPT available to you inside Bitrix24, or if you have preferences toward other large language models, you can connect other models using Marketplace and REST API. And we're also introducing our own model called Bitrix GPT 4.x. The 4.x stands for we've tested our existing model and it performs as well as ChatGPT 4.0. So it's going to be available first to on-premise clients because a lot of them want to train their models without giving data to any outside sources. And it's going to be available to our on-premise users first, and if it performs well enough and if we decide to share it with our cloud users, it will be available to our cloud users as well. This is a short refresher video because maybe we have partners who've just joined Bitrix24 watching our presentation for the very first time. In Bitrix24 Copilot is available to you inside. You basically select the role for the artificial intelligence that you want to interact with, and you interact with it like as if it was a regular human being. You basically chat, you write your requests, and then you get the result back. So that's Bitrix24 Copilot. We're also enhancing our online sites and stores with AI capabilities as well. There are over 1 million sites and stores that have been created inside Bitrix24 over the years. And now if you need a new website or a new store created, you no longer have to just do it with our visual editor by using blocks or by using templates. You can simply go write the prompt and the website will be created within seconds according to your instructions. And if you don't like your new website, you can write another prompt, or you can tell Copilot how to change the website that has been generated, and you're getting your job done much faster. So before it would take 1 hour at least to create a new website, and now it really takes just seconds. And we're going to be introducing 3 new tools that have been greatly enhanced by Copilot. Okay, let's switch to the collaboration module.
Yeah, and for collaboration, it's really interesting that right now we gotta understand how we can utilize Copilot in our day-to-day job and even in collaborational tools. We got some stuff to cover before that, but we got some very interesting news for y'all. Right now, new updates for Bitrix24 Messenger, what we improved there. First of all, we've updated the way you can work with pictures and work with files. So for example, we want to upload several pictures for discussion, and right now they will be uploaded in a nice gallery, so it's much easier to work with them, much more convenient, especially if you're working with a cell phone. We're used to getting it in galleries, not like one picture and like +1. So it's very easy and very convenient, and your team works much faster. We also added multi-forwarding. So for example, you are discussing a question with one of your colleagues and you want to continue this conversation with another colleague. Right now, you can forward multiple messages to other chats. Also very convenient feature just to work in. Yeah, and we're getting used to this. One more great feature is a chat for department of the company. So right now, our chats are connected to company structure. So you can create chats not only for special people, but for whole department. So you are adding the whole department to chat. All people are already in this chat, and the great thing, they cannot leave this chat. So if they are there, they're gonna receive all the information. You as the supervisor won't be nervous like, has anybody get all the information? Everybody will get this information.
And if people get transferred from one department to another department, they're automatically excluded from the first channel, and they're automatically added. You don't have to ask people, hey, go to WhatsApp, exit this group, and join that group.
And even if you hire a new employee, they will be automatically added to this chat. Very convenient, makes your life much easier. Bitrix24 channels, a great feature, a great way how we work with information. And the same way we work with chat, right now you can work with channel. So you can create a channel for the department in the company structure. Everybody will be added to this channel, everybody will be subscribed. Nobody can leave this channel, also very convenient, so everybody will get the information.
We have a special slide, and this is after talking to our partners and to our larger clients. When you have hundreds of employees, there is no way you can force everyone to join your WhatsApp group or Telegram group, but even if you do, they keep leaving.
They keep leaving, yeah.
But not inside Bitrix24, in Bitrix24 company channel.
Yeah, we're having
you cannot leave.
Yeah, you're having a company news channel, so you're not worried if everybody gets the information, everybody knows everything.
It's a very important issue on multiple levels. I remember we had a customer in West Virginia. They had snowstorms, and they had to disseminate message to everyone that do not come to work on Monday because it's not safe, stay at home. And with tools like this, it's easier to do. Okay, let's switch to Bitrix24 Sync, which is our online meeting and video call platform. It's absolutely free. It has no time limits, and if you've been on Zoom calls and Google Meet calls, and I know that you have because we've interacted with many of you on those platforms.
Yeah, everybody used it at some point of their life.
But the huge difference is that Bitrix24 Sync is really a video call service because it rings on your computer or on your smartphone, and you know that you're supposed to be on that call, even if you forget. If, and again, it has happened to me a number of times, if you use Zoom, if you use Google Meets, people forget to show up on time, then you have to go back to email. Are you there? When we will be there? Did you forget?
Yeah, where's the link for our call? With Bitrix24, you don't have a link.
That's true, yeah. And sometimes you click the link and the password doesn't work anyway.
Or it's a wrong link.
And one of the proofs that we have a number of advantages over those other services, that more than 5 million minutes of online meetings and video calls are generated on Bitrix24 Sync every single day. I know that we have won at least 3 different tenders, one with a large company in India, with universities, because Bitrix24 Sync works the way it works, and because we are extending it to 1,000 participants on the same call or on the same meeting. This is coming to you most likely in January, but I know that a lot of you guys have been waiting for you. You had to give you a confirmation as a vendor that you will be able to use Bitrix24 Sync for 1,000 people simultaneously, this is coming. So the previous limit has been 100 people on the same call. Now it's
10 times more.
10 times
it's
more,
amazing.
yeah.
Big shout out to our team, because I know they did such a great job with it. It was super hard, you know, and right now we got this great result. 1,000 people, it's amazing.
But I think most of us have this love-hate relationship with online meetings. It's good because, you know, you can talk to multiple people from different locations, you can work from home, but a lot of times you feel like you've wasted 3 or 4 hours of your day and you've accomplished nothing, because your entire day has been consisted of just calls, endless online meetings. And in order to make those online meetings productive, you have to have an agenda, basically why we're here, you know, what is the purpose for this meeting. Meeting summary is, you know, what has been discussed, and action points. Have there been tasks assigned? What are our next steps going to be? And previously, this had to be done by another human being. You know, if you are a CEO, you might have an executive assistant who does exactly this, who, you know, keeps the protocol for the meetings.
Someone who facilitates the call.
And the obvious idea is, why not use artificial intelligence to do the, you know, the human work that has to be done in order to make this online meeting productive. And now this is exactly what's coming to Bitrix24 accounts. CoPilot will record the entire conversation, it will transcribe it, it will analyze it, and then it will create the summary and the action points. So now this is all created for you absolutely automatically with no efforts. And even better, CoPilot will rate each meeting as to how productive or unproductive it was. And if it was not productive enough, it will actually highlight, you know, what has been missing. For example, if you go overtime, Bitrix24 CoPilot will tell you, you know, you didn't stay on time, you got -5 points for example. Or you didn't have an agenda, that's bad, you need to have an agenda. So that's Bitrix24 CoPilot. It's available both for your regular meetings, weekly meetings. That's another advantage of Bitrix24 Sync. You can schedule recurring events with recurring calls. And if you have just one-off meeting with multiple participants, it will be enabled there as well. Another advantage that AI has over human beings, you can ask others to provide feedback, you know, how productive or unproductive the meeting was, or the role for each participant. But suppose you're being asked to rate your superior or CEO or general manager. People are not going to be honest. And with CoPilot AI, it doesn't respect any hierarchy. It treats everyone the same, and it will provide feedback, productive feedback, to every person who has been on that call. So Bitrix24 CoPilot is follow-up is available for everyone, and we are going to enable it automatically for every call that has 4 participants or more. Very importantly, you can disable it as well. Because we had to do this ourselves too. Sometimes, you know, if you know that you're going to discuss an issue that's sensitive, or maybe, you know, it's a type of call where not every single person feels comfortable knowing that it's going to be recorded, transcribed, and analyzed, you can disable it as well.
Yeah, but in general, CoPilot Follow-Up, it works. Like, I had tough time reading my first feedbacks. I was like, I'm not that kind of guy, but it helps you improve. And right now, working with it for several weeks, I see the improvement. I see that CoPilot gives great feedback. It has no fear, no respect. It gives you straight up all the information. And,
you know, as humans, we have those blind spots.
Absolutely.
Because maybe you know a person for 5 or 10 years and you treat his or her behavior as normal. And to CoPilot, you know, it's like, you know, suppose somebody yells in online meeting, which never happens, obviously. In Bitrix,
never.
But you know, if you have this type of boss, you get used to it, and then CoPilot will tell you, hey, you raised your voice, it makes things uncomfortable, not productive, don't do this again.
Yeah, it helps you rate your soft skills and how you communicate with people in professional way, but also just in general just doing a better job. All right, let's start with company structure. It's a very important instrument of Bitrix24 that has been with us seems like forever. It's a staple in Bitrix24.
Since 2008, it preceded Bitrix24 cloud service.
Yeah, so it's a foundation for every team. It's a very important hierarchy for your company. It's important for your reports, business processes, access rights, and many, many other features. And right now, we are presenting you a new company structure. It's located in the same way. You still got your block in the menu. And right now, it's much more convenient to work with, especially right now if you're searching for a specific employee, it will highlight where this employee works. Just forward you there, you can see the department, you can just find any information. Creating is even easier than it was before. You just add all the information, add supervisors, add deputy supervisors, add your employees, and boom, everything is ready. We got our new department.
If I remember correctly, we gave early beta access to our partners.
Yeah.
So most of you, or at least some of you, as a partner, you probably already had a chance to interact with our new company structure. And in our partner portal, I know that the new version has already been enabled.
Yeah, and a great news for a new company structure that right now you are allowed to have multiple supervisors, multiple deputy supervisors, and of course multiple employees.
Yeah, it's actually a request that we have received over the years, is that the company structure must include not only your general manager or CEO, but also board members or shareholders.
Of course, yeah.
That's one of the things that's coming to the company structure. Also, functional group, because departments are something that's more or less permanent.
Yeah.
Then you may have a group that consists of other people, and it might be a temporary project.
Yeah, sure.
So that's also coming.
Let's go back to the previous slide, because we gotta talk about one point more, especially in new company structure. We are now giving you the role-based access permissions. So as in many other instruments of Bitrix24, you can create roles where people get the access to working with company structure. It's very important for safety reasons. For example, only people who are supervisors of a special department, a specific department, they can change things there. Or some branches of company structure must be hidden, must be not shown for everyone.
Yes, that's probably the feature that is most important to our enterprise clients.
Yes.
Sometimes there are reasons to hide parts of company structure that's being created. Maybe you plan merger or acquisition or a spin-off, and you are not allowed to you don't want to disclose this information for, market manipulations, some of those things. This is something that partners have been asking for a long time. Restrict who can view the entire structure, make some branches hidden.
Or it's very interesting if you are working with several companies or you have several branches. For example, we had this request from our client from Texas that they have several offices in different parts of the country. And the CEO of the company doesn't want, for example, a branch in San Antonio to know who's working in branch in Milwaukee. And you just can assess different rights, grant different rights to different people, and they will see the specific parts of company structure. It's a very convenient and very important tool of this new company structure. All right, let's talk about one more brand new tool. So you can see the regular board that if we're working offline and we have this like heated meetings where we argue or draw something, it's a very important instrument of brainstorming. But it's important not only in offline but in online, and right now we're presenting to you Bitrix24 Boards. So in a nutshell, Bitrix24 Boards is the board that we use to draw in plans, draw in sketches, or just mind maps. It's an instrument that probably most of us are used to, and we use it in many other projects. So when you go to the boards, you can pick one of templates. We have very big number of templates
20
in our
templates,
boards.
yeah.
20 templates, yeah. and you can just start going, start creating these mind maps or any other template that you're working with.
Yeah, you've probably noticed that companies like Miro or Miro, I'm not sure what's the right way to pronounce it, or Mural, they grew into multi-billion-dollar companies on this online board concept alone.
Yeah.
And you know, there are people who are new to online boards, but there are people who have been using it for multiple years and they require professional use.
Yeah, and of course professional use means that we not only create boards for us, but we can work with boards as a team. So we can create internal links or even external links to work with our external users, or for example share it with the parts of our team. Like we can send the link to our board to our chat, and then for example we have chat for 3 people, and all 3 people can go to this specific board, work with it, add some new blocks in it, make it bigger, add their ideas and work with them. You'll see every change, you'll see what's everybody doing, what's everybody adding for your board that you can create. And of course the more people work with the board, the more information you're going to get, and it might get messy.
You can work simultaneously on the
Yes.
same board in Bitrix24, multiple users at the same time. And here are the templates that you've talked about. We're starting in January with 20 templates, as far as I know.
Yeah, all very popular templates that we've already been working with. Your mind maps, even your jobs to be done can be done with Bitrix24 boards. So Bitrix24 board is a great instrument for your creativity and also for your clients, so they don't have to use any other like third-party software.
Yep.
Yes, so our goal is to let people use as little software as they can, and Bitrix24 cover every need that they might have.
It's expensive
Of course.
if you use commercial versions. Plus, again, enhanced security. In Bitrix24, company structure, channels, everything follows the same ideology. When the person works, they are allowed to access certain tools if they have access.
Yeah.
If you quit the company, you lose access to everything. This is way different from most other businesses. The person leaves the company, they have access to company WhatsApp group, they have access to company Miro boards, Mural boards, they have access to Google Meets and Zoom. So this is one of the advantages that you should be stressing to your prospective customers when you talk about Bitrix24. Not only you get online boards for free,
Yeah.
it works as well as competition, and it has a number of advantages. You don't have to register new accounts, you don't have to remove people.
Yeah, it's a new part of the Bitrix24 ecosystem. It's connected to tools, to chats. Very, very great tool for your creativity. Bitrix24 Boards, our new tool, very, very, very nice.
And the partners are probably wondering,
That's a big question.
how
yeah.
much is it going to cost?
Yeah.
Well, you can try to guess in the YouTube chat. I think it's live, right? So this is probably going to be an easy question. Partners who have been with Bitrix24 for years.
Yeah, everybody gets that for free.
Yeah, when we start with new feed, this is not permanent. This is to popularize Bitrix24, to get as many beta testers as we can. And then if the feature, it's something that we do on a regular basis, once every few years, test the feature for free. And then if it's professional, a feature that has been proven to deliver a lot of value, then limitations appear. Yeah. But right now,
that's an instrument that's worth trying. See great feedback in our YouTube chat. We are glad that you guys like it.
It's a great also opener conversation with prospective customers. You ask them, what are you using right now for this, for this, for that, for online bars? Oh, how much you're paying for, for this, for this, for that.
Yeah.
Oh, did you know that in Bitrix24 you pay $200 a month and it's included? So that's a short tip right now.
That's a great stress point.
Okay, we're continuing with the collaboration theme, because that's where we have done a lot of major improvements. And primarily, when we think about using Bitrix24 collaboration, we're thinking about people inside the same company, employees interacting with each other. This is where Bitrix24 delivers the most value. But any company, ourselves included, we have to interact with external users, which is subcontractors or partners in our case, or clients in our case. We also have lots and lots of clients that have some sort of communities, like churches or homeowner associations or universities, because for them students and alumni are communities. So, and if you've been with Bitrix24 for many years, and I know that some of you have, you remember that ancient words like intranet and extranet. And intranet is for your employees, and extranet is for interacting with users outside your companies. So we have decided to create a new workspace that has been specifically designed to interact with users who are outside your Bitrix24 accounts. In most instances, those are going to be either your clients or your contractors and subcontractors. And basically this workspace, it looks like chat. So this is going to be chat based. This is absolutely no coincidence, because we know, we'll look at the trends. We looked when people used Facebook, how they switched to WhatsApp. More and more communications happen inside mobile chats. So now we know that modern collaboration has to be chat based. It cannot be email based. It cannot be based on social network model. We know that chat based collaboration systems like Slack, for example, have been proven to be a huge success, but we think that the mobile messenger model is a great way for a workspace that is convenient both for the companies and their clients and their contractors, for example. And if you will see that in addition to chat, the 3 tabs that are available to you are tasks, files, and calendars. This is because we believe that when you collaborate with parties outside your company, this is what you're using most often. You're probably sharing files, like if you do designs, you have to approve mock-ups, you have to share files. Basically. Yep. Again, if you work on projects, then you need to have access to tasks. You have to be able to know who is responsible for what is the deadline, things of that nature. You have to have chat in order to have instantaneous conversations, because it's much faster to discuss things via chat. It's not always convenient to call people, but it's much faster than email. And calendar is also critical, because in calendar you can schedule things and you can have video calls using Bitrix24 calendar, Bitrix24 Collabs. So it's very, very, very easy to work inside the Collabs. You start your work with inviting outside users, and it's done either via email or by text messages. So either you enter the phone number, or email is still the easiest way to invite people and to get them to register. And inside your Collab, inside your new workspace, tasks and files and calendars are available, so that you can schedule things and you can simply start a new call or online meetings with one click. To the end user, Collab looks exactly like a mobile app, Bitrix24 mobile app that you're all used to. It just has fewer options, because they need to have access to calendars, files, and things of that nature. Very importantly, this is going to be theme for the entire presentation: safe and secure. Imagine a headache when you have, let's say you are a digital agency, you have 20 clients, and one client says, let's use email to exchange files and for approvals. Another person says, oh, I like Slack, let's work in Slack. Another person says, our entire company is in Trello, let's do it via Trello.
That's a hassle.
Third company says, Telegram, we don't use WhatsApp. another person says, what's Telegram? I have only Viber.
And you got to remember everything.
And a third person says, I use Skype. Believe it or not, in 2000, I know this for a fact, because I have a child who is being tutored. People still use Skype on a regular basis. So it's a total headache, but not if you use Bitrix24, because as a company, you use Bitrix24 on a regular basis. Everyone is trained to use Bitrix24. It only makes sense to invite users inside Bitrix24, but you cannot invite customers and give them the same level of access as your employees, because you don't, I mean, it's totally different level access.
Absolutely.
And with Bitrix24 Collab, it's much easier because customers or contractors are restricted only to their Collabs.
So it's win-win for both parties.
Yeah, win-win. And again, we've showed you video recordings how to create a new Collab, how to invite using a desktop computer, but you will soon be able to test it, and you will be able to see that it's actually much easier sometimes to do this from your mobile device. And you can do this like if you attend an event somewhere, like a trade show or a workshop, you can do this with a person when they're right in front of you using your smartphone. So that's Bitrix24 Collabs for you. And again, we are inviting you to make a bet. Just make sure it's not $100 as to how much Bitrix24 Collabs are going to cost.
Yeah, if you want to, you can write in chat, but you know, the answer is, I guess, pretty obvious.
Pretty obvious.
Yeah.
But we're going to catch you one of those days. We're going to keep you show those charts, but I promise you, part of the reasons why we showed up at work daily is to make money. So there will be things for you and for us to make money on later on in this show, but yes.
Yeah, and we gotta highlight the moment that the Bitrix24 Collab, it's not a different app. It's the same interface that we are working, and it doesn't require the second party to do any more action. They will just get the link for the collab.
It's a new, super simple workspace for interacting with people who have never used Bitrix24 before. This is why we simplified it. And the reason why we're giving it away for you for free, because one of our big, hairy, ambitious goals is to make sure that 1 out of 10 companies work inside Bitrix24 worldwide. This is why we're introducing new tools like online boards or like Collabs, and we are trying to give it away because those tools, it's known as external facing, meaning that you give away public links or invitations, and people who've never heard about Bitrix24 before, first they hear the brand, then they get introduced to the product, and the third step, they buy or they contact you as a partner because they need assistance. There is going to be a very easy way for a person who is invited to be invited to a collab as an external user to create their own Bitrix24 accounts for their own company if they need to.
Yeah. So let's talk about tasks and projects. For tasks and projects, we have a lot new features, but first of all, the goal there is to understand how can we manage individuals or manage teams during tasks. And for that reason, we are adding a new dashboard. It's task completion time, so you can see how much time does your task require, who works more efficiently. So you just have one dashboard where you get all the information about how tasks are performed in your company. It's a very fast and very convenient way to get all the information.
Based on the same BI builder that builds reports for CRM. We told you that the reports are going to be available to all parts of Bitrix24, including tasks. And there are actually multiple reports that we will be showing you later for that purpose.
Let's talk about Bitrix24 Flows. Flows is a great instrument of Bitrix24. It's basically similar to a take a number system. So you create a queue for a task. So they all get in line. Everybody gets the information how everything is done. It's a great instrument. Before Bitrix24 Flows, it was a mess. Like tasks going from one person to another, nobody knows what's going on.
Talk to any system administrator.
Oh yeah.
Once you introduce service desk, things are much easier, because before that, people either they walk up to a person, or they call that person, or they email that person and say, "Oh, I need a new email," or "I need the cartridge changed in our printer," or "the printer doesn't work." And if you get attacked with those requests from all sides, your workday is a nightmare. This is why using Flow as a service desk solves those problems in many different departments.
Yeah, here are just some examples of the departments that can benefit from using flows, but we understand that there are much more departments, or even just teams, not a department in the company, many teams just use it.
Or even individuals.
Or individuals, yeah.
Yeah, like purchase requests. Usually it's one person handling all purchase requests for the entire company.
Yeah, and it's very beneficial for both internal clients, so for a person who assigns task. You don't have to look for who is doing this task, who's supposed to help me. You say, I need this. Yeah, I need this. You know how long will it take. You know where your task is in line. It's also great for a service department, or as we call it, the flow team, because everybody has everybody sees the line. Everybody knows what they're supposed to do. Everybody knows what time they have to work with the tasks, and you have a template, because a big problem is you can get the same task, but
different people, they ask it in different ways. In Flows, there's a single template that people simply have to fill out.
Yeah, and for manager, you understand how many tasks are in work right now. Is this flow efficient? So it's a very great instrument and very beneficial for all three parties of this equation.
Yep.
What's new in Bitrix24 flows? First of all, we got a new way of task distribution. Before we had queue and manual, and now we are adding self-assigned distribution. So basically, you have a list of tasks, and now the flow team can just pick any task from this flow and just start working with them.
This is a feature that partners have been asking for years, because prior to this, in Bitrix24, when you create a task, you have to enter a responsible person. So finally, you can create a task in the flow that is not assigned to anyone.
Yes.
It's actually people looking for those unassigned tasks and deciding, oh, I'm going to work on this, or I'm going to work on that. And people themselves decide which tasks they're going to be working on.
Maybe they have specialties in a team, so it's up to them to pick the task. Next one is flow efficiency in reports. So the same way we showed you in tasks, right now you can have the same report for your flows. It also works with our BI builder, so yeah, we are keeping up with this theme. You get all the information, how long the tasks were doing, maybe who of your flow team works more efficiently and who is maybe slacking a little bit.
Yep. And there's
yes, and a very big feature is also a CoPilot in Flow. So basically, what are we seeing here? We're seeing that some of our flows are really inefficient. They're in a red zone. So right now, CoPilot will analyze what's going wrong with this flow. It will give you recommendation on what can you do to make this flow more efficient. Maybe again, you need more people, or maybe some of your employees are inefficient. Maybe somebody is overworking. Maybe you just need to set up more time for tasks. So it will give you the recommendation on how you can get better. Again, a very important and very nice feature. So tasks and projects, new line of tasks and flow, a great CoPilot and Flow, and several new dashboards to make your work with tasks even more efficient.
I'm pretty sure that this is the most favorite part for our partners, that they have been waiting for the most, because not only Bitrix24 is known as CRM, this is also where we deliver most value, and this is where a lot of partners make most of their revenue, setting up, customizing, integrating Bitrix24 CRM, because it has lots and lots of features, and some of them are very complex. I have shown this slide during multiple presentations. The only thing that changes is that the number keeps increasing. 4 out of 4, 5 out of 5, 6 out of 6. But folks, this is today's world. You cannot just, remain unchanged. everyone is reimagining old tools. Long gone are days when CRM was simply a list of your clients.
Yeah.
You absolutely have to have marketing. You absolutely have to have automation. We also have inventory management because this is an important part to some of our clients, and it's a great mixture. It's a great bundle when you have CRM and inventory management in the same package, and obviously artificial intelligence.
Okay, so Bitrix24 is basically 7 out of 6 right now. Even better.
Even better, yes. Why be humble if we're simply one of the most amazing CRMs on the market, and when it comes to using artificial intelligence tools too. I think it was last Tuesday, we did analysis of clients who are switching from other CRMs to Bitrix24. And this year, #1 CRM that people are switching from to Bitrix24 is Salesforce, and #2 is HubSpot. Those are multi-billion companies with tens of thousands of employees with great AI tools.
Yeah.
And I think that the number of people who are switching from those systems to our systems, it confirms the idea that our AI capabilities are really, really, really excellent. And this is something that I think this slide had been shown to you also during previous presentations, because sales representatives, they tend to be very expensive folks. Depending on which country you're from, you know, if you do enterprise sales in the United States or Canada or UK or Australia, your salary could be $80,000 or $100,000 or $120,000. And, you know, selling with a human being is an expensive endeavor. So for this calculation, I took an average salary for, you know, for let's say Eastern Europe, which is $1,500. I think that's, you know, other countries, if you go to Latin America, to Chile, it's also going to be around $1,000. If you do phone calls, transcriptions, and filling out manually, if you do it for 300 minutes a day, it's going to cost 30 days in human labor. You can do the same thing automatically in Bitrix24 with AI capabilities already included in your Bitrix24 cloud plan. Let's say it's, you know, $100, $99.99 like we have in the Bitrix24 standard. That's only $3 a day. It's a lot of things are much cheaper to do with CoPilot than with a human being, and CoPilot does it faster and better a lot of times. And enterprise clients, over half are already using CoPilot to automatically fill out deals and leads in Bitrix24 for the auto completion. But there's also very important and very consuming activity that has to be done by human beings in companies, is hiring, training, providing feedback for your sales reps. And that's something that's really, really, really time consuming, and that is, you wish you're willing to pay almost any amount of money if someone else does it for you. Unfortunately, usually the head of sales has to do this himself or herself.
And it's even more pricey for a company.
Yep, because those specialists are really, really expensive. And this is why we are introducing a brand new tool called AI Speech Analysis and Sales Scripts. So, as you know, inside Bitrix24 CRM, you can create sales scripts. And now you already know that you can record conversations. AI can transcribe those conversations. It can automatically complete fields. Now AI will analyze each call, whether it was done according to the sales script or not. And it will actually give you a grade, you know, how well each person has followed the script. And they can also, it will also provide detailed suggestions, you know, the feedback if you went off script, or if you didn't mention that something that you should have mentioned. And we know that things that get measured tend to improve, right?
Of course,
so
yeah.
your first week, your calls are graded 82%, and it says that you have not been polite enough, or maybe you didn't suggest this other service. If you follow those suggestions, then your grade will improve, and within 1 or 2 weeks you can go from 80% following the script to 90% to 95%, and then you will be a person who actually creates and modifies the scripts. And this is one of those things that's really, really cool, that when working with scripts in Bitrix24 and when using them for AI analysis, it is basically the same as working with a regular Word document. You can change things, you can delete sentences that you don't need, or you can, write new things. We all know that sales scripts, you start with something,
yeah,
but you keep building on your successes. When you notice that your sales work better when you do A versus B, you keep tweaking the sales script and it gets better and better and improving. Very easy to do. Basically, you go inside Bitrix24, you click on any script that you need to, you can make any additions, you can write your own. Very, very easy to do. And by default, we are going to provide you with a number of sales scripts that you can already, basically it saves you time. Those are default sales scripts for different situations. Okay, I think I've covered that part of Bitrix24.
Yeah, it's a very big part of Bitrix24. It's very interesting that we mentioned the same way working with Bitrix24 Follow-Up, because it also gives you the feedback of your soft skills,
yep.
And the same way here.
Yeah, it's the same technology, just different situations, because a lot of us are not self-conscious enough, or maybe you don't catch the thing in the moment. Artificial intelligence can analyze all of your conversations between people, between employees, with coworkers, and it delivers you
gives you the honest feedback.
Gives you the honest feedback, the one that you cannot provide to your superiors.
Absolutely.
And again, as we've mentioned in other parts of Bitrix24, we're switching to a centralized role-based model for CRM as well. It's the same logic that works in tasks, in I keep forgetting company structure. Company structure. All other Bitrix24, they use the same role-based logic. Basically, you create a role, you determine the access level rights, and then you add new people or you remove people, and this person automatically is assigned the appropriate access rights. This is much easier than, if you remember before, when you had to go set up individual access rights to individual users. This is a total nightmare. Now this role-based model, it's used inside Bitrix24 everywhere, because we have roles, like we have accountants. Usually accountants have the same access rights, except for the junior accountant or senior accountant. Same thing for legal teams, same thing for salespeople.
HR teams.
Yep, HR teams. You create access rights for the role, HR person. And then when you hire 5 people, they automatically get the same level access.
Yeah, you just add them to these roles and they already have all the access you might need.
Yeah, so it saves you a ton of time. You as a partner will be able to make a lot of sales simply based on this, because right now in many companies it's a mess. It's how do you determine that only this salesperson has rights only to his or her leads, they can see this but not that. This is now done much easier in Bitrix24. And there are also over 20 other important updates and improvements. Well, not important, some of them are minor, honestly, because the ones that are really important we are mentioning right now. So that's ability for group actions and inline editing. For example, if you need to reassign 500 leads from one person who just quit to another, or you need to copy some of them because the person went on vacation. That's available to you. We are enhancing automation rules and triggers. Right now, we are allowing you to use rules for universal activities that have been introduced to Bitrix24 during our last release. And now you can filter your records in the timeline, in the activity.
Yeah, a lot of great new features in Bitrix24 CRM, but we already got one.
The last major, the last one of the major tools, not the enhanced ones.
Yeah.
The tool number 3 that we promised.
Yeah. So a new tool. On your screen, you have a list of companies who work with different businesses, but they have something in common. All these companies, they rely on resources, and their goal is to be as efficient with utilization of these resources and downsizing the downtime. So for these goals, and of course, yes, the data must be saved to CRM. That's why we are here.
Yep.
So our new feature is Bitrix24 resource booking. So let's see how we can set it up. So you have a special block in your left menu, and first of all, you create the resources. This might be your specialist, or for example, the equipment that we are renting. You give it a name, then you can put a schedule to it. So, for example, if we have a doctor, what days of the week the doctor is working, what time does this doctor work? Maybe you need to add the duration of this booking. Next, a very big step, you can create notifications for your clients that we receive their booking, and also
remind them. Yeah, I was going to give this an example because I've been using dentists forever, and I think starting from 1990s, the day before you go to your dentist appointment, dentist assistant calls you.
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, and this is, I think it's, I've experienced this in the United States, in California when I lived it. I experienced it everywhere.
Yeah.
But now it's modern. Now you usually receive text messages or WhatsApp messages.
And right when you receive a phone call from your customer, the manager can create bookings, and not only one, but can also create multiple bookings. And you can see how your resources are utilized. So you can minimize your downtime and see what resource maybe are more popular, or maybe what specialists are more popular.
And there's actually, for every booking, there's a monetary value. So if you know that, if you're a hotel, you know how much each room costs. If you are a backhoe operator, you know how much 1 hour of your work costs. If you're a masseuse, you know how much your services cost, and different type of procedures. So you have 5 appointments, you can automatically see that it's going to bring your company $500 on that day. Or some services are very expensive, like when working, construction, that's thousands of dollars. Or when you're moving cargo, for example, right? You have to schedule driver's time, you have to have your rig ready, so things like that.
Yeah, and a very interesting stat, it's connected to what you just mentioned, that up to 40% of our customers might forget that they are appointed, might be a no-show for the next day.
It depends on the industry, obviously,
but the stats are from up to 40%, I've seen the number. So for that reason, we've added this automated reminders that your customer going to receive a text message or even a WhatsApp message that they are appointed for tomorrow. For example, they have a dentist appointment for tomorrow that they might have forgotten. I don't think anybody can forget it, but anyway,
it's not only a reminder, they can decline, they can reschedule.
Yeah, and even they can they can schedule it for later. For example, they are running late, they're in traffic. They can also give us this information. Next important thing to be more efficient is waiting list. So for example, one of our customers canceled their booking, and right now we previously created a waiting list for somebody who wants to go to this specialist, and now if we have an open slot, we can transfer somebody from the waiting list to these open slots. So now we don't have these gaps.
I know for a fact from my wife, she goes to a specific hairdresser. So if that hairdresser has no available space, my wife does not schedule haircuts for anyone else. She's asking, please put me on a waiting list, because I'm willing to wait, and I think it's the same thing for some doctors. You only want to go to a specific doctor. If there are no slots available, there are no slots available. Waiting list is a huge advantage.
Yeah, and it also works for your 100% resource utilization. The next instrument that we also use for the same reason is overbooking. So for example, you can schedule several bookings for the same time if you know for a fact that somebody might not come.
And yeah, it only works for the industry when you know that no matter what you do, how many reminders you send, some people will not show up. I can't think about the industry off the top of my head, but this feature has been added because this happens for a fact.
It happens,
especially in bad weather.
Especially in bad weather. For example, for your aircraft companies.
That's actually, airlines, they do overbooking. Yeah, God forbids you to be on one of those flights where, fortunately, I've never had to deal with this in my life, but yeah, that's an example that happens.
Yeah, I had an experience.
You did?
It's so bad. I won't recommend it to anyone. So yeah, these are the instruments that we are using for 100% resource utilization. A very big moment for this company is creating resource bundles. So for example, we are renting some equipment like we have on our screen, and our client wants to rent a couple units of equipment.
Or equipments that have to work together when they don't work.
Yeah, for example, we are renting cars, but we also provide driver service. So right now you want to create a bundle of a car and a driver. So you can create this, also a very important tool for working with resources. And of course, resource booking works in CRM. We already showed you this. And you also can create online booking right from the CRM card. It works very fast. All the information is there. And this connection of booking plus CRM makes our CRM a unique product.
Yep, that's another selling point for our partners. You go ahead and ask people, they'll tell you that they use A as their CRM. They use B for scheduling, because it's an entirely different set of software. Or sometimes you do your booking with online services like booking.com or Airbnb.
And it's very inconvenient and also very pricey for a company. So yeah, right now they can use as little software as possible. So yeah, Bitrix24 resource booking, very important feature, new feature to working with your resources and utilizing them on 100%, being more efficient, earn more money. And
we didn't have a surprise here.
Yeah, so this feature will be added to our professional and enterprise plan, but for our lower plans, they will have free 30 days demo to try it out.
Yeah, this is actually so that once this feature is available, and I think it's going to be available sometime in January, you can come to your standard or basic plan users that before this had no reason to upgrade to other plans. If they need resource booking, you can tell them, hey, you can try it for 30 days. There's no risk. And if you like it, they will automatically upgrade and you will make more money. So we are 100% sure that this feature should be available only to higher tier plan users. So it's going to be...
Yeah, but we basically want everyone to try it out because it's a great selling point for your higher plans, of course.
Yep, absolutely. And on to the BI Builder. We know that you guys love BI Builder as partners because very few customers can set up BI Builder on their own, and usually the type of data you get from BI Builder, and BI stands for business intelligence, those are critical reports that allow you to understand how well your business performs, where your profit centers are, where the growth should be expected to come from, what the weak points are. So the BI Builder have been available for you as a partner for a while. I know that a lot of customers that we refer to you are customers who need help with BI Builder setup and reports. 13,000 companies are using them on a regular basis, and that number grew by 73%. And you can see that the growth is exponential, because now when it's automatically integrated with data sources inside Bitrix24, like CRM, like tasks, and when you have default reports available to you, companies understand the value of those things. And I'm happy to see that you guys, the custom dashboards are mostly done by partners, not by customers. Over 20,000 custom dashboards have been added over those past 2 years. And we have already mentioned some of the BI Builder dashboards and reports. Now there are 6 new reports that are available to you, and I'm highlighting the one that work with tasks, with workflows, and with automation, because those are very valuable. They basically give you instant answers. You look at those reports and you understand who performs well, or how much time your tasks take on average, what is the average workload per employee, and things of that nature. So those are your new BI Builder reports, and SPA summary is available to you as well, because a lot of you guys wanted to have automation reports for SPAs.
Yeah.
And very important, we are also adding new data sources that you can use and integrate with BI Builder. And you can use Google's and Meta API to take data from there and to add them to a BI Builder. This is very important if you handle sales in Bitrix24 CRM, you handle advertising in Google Ads or Facebook. You can take expenses there for campaigns, and you can take sales from Bitrix24. Or you can do data import manually using the Excel format, the comma separated values, CSV.
It's up to you what's more convenient there.
And if you do this, again, you're not limited to Google or Facebook. If you have your favorite ERP like SAP or Tally ERP or Oracle or Odoo or whatever, you can take data from those things. You can take data from Salesforce, any other external systems, HubSpot. You can use data outside Bitrix24 to build BI Builder reports inside Bitrix24. And by popular requests, BI Builder On-Premise Edition is available to you. So that's BI Builder. And I think the very last part of Bitrix24, electronic signature has been available for you for a while, both external for customers to sign contracts via SMS and internal for HR purposes. This has been growing in popularity hugely. We had multiple enterprise clients who needed thousands or tens of thousands of signatures to be signed at the same time. Now you can do mass document signing. So you can create a single document that will be signed by 10,000 employees. And if you need integrations with DocuSigns, Adobe Sign, and those other things, they are either available to you inside Bitrix24 Marketplace, or because for legal reasons in European Union, in Brazil, in India, there are different rules. There are custom providers. You can now connect them to Bitrix24 e-signature using REST API.
So yeah, it's new Bitrix24 Synergy, a lot of new instruments.
I think people understand now why we call it Synergy. And it's synergy with artificial intelligence and synergy between tools like BI Builder and tasks.
Yeah, everything is connected together, every tool connected together. So yes, Synergy is the way we work with Bitrix24 now. A lot of new tools, but the big question is, when will we be able to work with them? And the good news are today we are going to roll out most features. Most features, yeah. Some of them will take time. Some features like this will be added in January, and will be scaling depending on the load. We're gonna be roll them out like little by little to see if the infrastructure works fine. But yeah, everything will be fully upgraded in January.
Yes, I guess I should use the word minor features and updates that I talked about. Those are going to be rolled out tonight.
Yes.
So tomorrow when you and your customers wake up, you will be able to test them out. But things like resource booking, online boards, AI stores, most likely it's going to be January. Partners are going to get early access first.
Yes.
And then they will be rolled out first to enterprise clients, 10% of enterprise clients, then 100%. So there, because some of the features like boards, they are resource heavy.
Oh yeah.
They take, we have to have separate servers that handle boards set up. So those are going to take some time. And pricing?
Pricing remains the same, and we can see what you can see what plans will get new features. We've mentioned some of them already. But yeah, the good news, our pricing is the same.
Yeah, I think the way we distributed features are going to deliver twice the value to our partners. So the features that we are available, that we're going to make available for free, like online boards, for example, or Collabs, they're going to attract new people to us and to you, to customers. It gives you more reasons, you know, to showcase Bitrix24. And the features that like resource booking or AI analysis in the workflows, they're going to be reserved to our professional and enterprise plans. So once people are hooked,
yes,
and would want to pay us $50 or $100, which is laughably small amount, the answer is going to be unfortunately not. The vendors made those awesome features available on professional plans. Only it's going to make it much easier. You know, you don't have to convince people, do you like this feature? Okay, what are you using right now? You use 5 different tools, you're paying $500 for them. Try Bitrix24 Professional, $200, all of those features. And you can sell these plans to teams that are small, like 10 people, for example.
Yeah, so we got to give them the reason to pay not $50, but $200.
Yeah, because you get a lot of value. In the same package, you got artificial intelligence. Basically, it's free chat GPT.
Yes.
You have online boards, you have resource booking, and all of those things that we talk about.
Yeah. Thanks too much to our team. We've been working so hard for this release. And thanks to you guys, thanks to you to joining us. Don't leave this video yet. We still got something to cover.
I hope that most of the questions have been answered by our colleagues who've been with us during this broadcast.
Yeah, I've seen so many people praising Dmitry for working hard in the chat. And also, one good news that I want to share with you, for this release, we've created a special website template that's gonna have all the information about this release, about all the features, and we're gonna share it in partner portal. And you can upload this to your Bitrix24 and create landings with your CRM forms, with your information, and just to bring more attention to you and to this beautiful Bitrix24 release.
I think we have a few minutes for a few questions.
Yeah, we still have a couple minutes to Q&A session, so yeah,
can we get
some questions?
Questions on the screen? Any limits on the number of external users in Collabs? Do I have to add them to my account because that might send us over the limit? Good question.
That's a good question. There are no limits on the number of users, and the users in Collab, they do not take the space. So if you have like 100 Collabers.
You can do this. This is a temporary decision. We want to get Collabs as popular as possible. In the future, we're probably going to limit how many Collab workspaces, how many users, but we need, right now,
we need to start somewhere.
Collab users are not counted as account users.
Yes.
Yep. Next question, please. What happens if a client has been added to multiple Collabs at the same time?
Yes, so for example, a customer works with different companies who have different Bitrix24s. So they need to like leave this Bitrix24 so they can work there. They need to sign out from one Bitrix24 and just sign in for another, like we use when we work in our network.
Basically the same thing as if you have multiple Bitrix24 accounts.
Yeah, you just switch out from one.
Same logic. Logging out of one account to another. Who can create collabs?
Yeah, for now, everybody can create collabs. So any employee of a company, if they need it.
We don't have access rights for collabs yet, right?
For creating, right now we don't.
Okay, but in the future, if you think that there should be, we'll have them. So collabs completely replace extranet in Bitrix24, or the extranet remains alongside collabs. What's extranet?
I kind of heard it somewhere, like in a couple ages.
Yeah, the extranet model is dead. That's so 80s, I want to say. That's so 2008.
Well, it's not like dead.
If you use on-premise Bitrix24, there are you can have nostalgic feelings, but we think that Collabs will replace.
Yeah, but if you're working with extranet users right now, they won't be.
No, you will not. Yeah, you will not be forced. Yeah, I hope I understood the question right.
Yeah, but the next generation of users of Bitrix24.
The youngsters, the hipsters, they know to use Collabs.
They now should work with Collabs.
Can I disable certain tools within Collabs, like in work groups? For example, if a client wants to disable task for Collab, but keep the drive and calendar.
You won't be able to disable them completely.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yes, for now. But there are access rights in Collabs. So, for example, if you don't want somebody to have an access to calendar or tasks, they won't be able to work there.
Yeah. Okay. So the tool remains.
The tool remains, but
you cannot delete the tool, but you can limit access.
Yes. So, for example, you have some sensitive information on your drive. You have some sensitive files, and you just want nobody to see it, or just internal users to see it. So you can do this. Yeah, we have very good access rights in Collabs too, so you won't be able to disable the instrument, but you can limit the way people work with it.
Okay, great. Can I switch between different scripts within a single deal, or just one script at a time? That's probably for script processing. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, you can. For example, you're working with one client, you're on a call with one client, and you understand that the deal is going some other direction that you expected. Maybe it's going bigger, or you are trying to sell something else. You can switch between different scripts. You can use even multiple scripts
during the call, right? You switch between. That's great.
So yeah, it's very flexible. You can use any script that you want to. That's up to the deal you're working with right now. So it's very great.
Can my client schedule appointment on their own, or do I have to do this by myself only?
Oh, it's probably about resource booking. Yes. Yeah. So we've showed the scenario where you are on a call with the client and your employee creates these bookings on the calendar. The next step, of course, that we are creating some link, sending them to our customer, and they are picking the time they want to. We are starting with the scenario where
like calendar slots right now, right?
Yes. So we're starting with a scenario where only your internal employee can do this, but we totally understand that this is the direction that we gotta go later, and we're definitely gonna have it later. But for now, we are starting with this great tool and with internal users being able to create bookings.
Can I create bookings for multiple clients at the same time within a group so that they can get acquainted with the product, or for training purposes? Oh, that means like single booking with multiple users, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Right now, probably the same answer. We are starting with a booking of one person. We're probably going to do this. For example, we are going to, I don't know, maybe some opera show, and we want to sell tickets for them. Maybe we want to have like a group ticket.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's coming in the future.
It's coming in the future. We're going to do this. Right now, we are starting with a lot of tools for utilizing resources for 100%, and we're definitely going to think about how can we add like group bookings in the future.
Was that our last question?
Yes, I think this was our last question, and we are actually already
out of time. Folks, obviously this presentation is recorded. You will be able to show it to your coworkers later on. The PowerPoint presentation that you've seen right now, it is going to be shared with you inside our partner portal, right?
Yes.
It might take probably one day for it to transfer, but you will be able to show this presentation to your customers as well after you try those tools yourself. So
yes.
We have this policy of sharing all our presentations with you, the partners, because a lot of times you can actually save time by inviting multiple of your existing customers doing the same basically broadcast. You can do them. You can do it on YouTube or Zoom or Bitrix24 Sync, which is the preferred options. And it's always great to show your customers new features that are available to them and explain how to use them. You can enhance this presentation. You can remove parts that are not relevant to you.
Yeah, and as I said, we also will give you the special website template that you can create a special website with all new features and just show them everybody in the world.
Tomorrow, when the feature goes live, all of our customers, when they log into their accounts, they will see the slider, and we have a special landing page that will be accessible from our main website. You will be given the same website so that you can
edit it,
modify, add your contact information, maybe switch things around, add your extra services.
Yeah. So thank you so much, guys, for your time. I think we've
been online for over an hour.
Over an hour, we've shown you so many great features. We are looking forward for your feedback. We're looking forward that you want to share your experience with new features with us. It was such a pleasure being here today.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.